Carbohydrates, the unsung heroes of our daily life, fuel our bodies with the energy they crave. These organic compounds, brimming with carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms, play a critical role in our well-being. Imagine them as the coal in the furnace of your body, stoking the fire that keeps you going through your day. They are your body's primary energy source, providing 4 calories of energy per gram. But they are more than just fuel. Carbohydrates also help regulate blood glucose, contribute to the health of your heart, and even aid in weight control. They're the key players in the game of life, and without them, our bodies would struggle to function. They are present in a variety of our everyday foods, from the bread we toast in the morning to the pasta we twirl on our forks at dinner. So, carbohydrates aren't just a part of our diet, they are a vital component. Carbohydrates aren't as complex as you think. Let's break them down. Carbohydrates are essentially the body's main source of energy. They're like the gas that fuels your car, keeping your body running smoothly. But what exactly are carbohydrates? At their core, carbohydrates are organic compounds made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They're found in many foods, from bread and pasta to fruits and vegetables. Now, let's delve a bit deeper into the classification of carbohydrates. They're generally categorized into 3 types: monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides, often referred to as simple sugars, are the smallest and simplest type of carbohydrate. Glucose and fructose, which we'll explore in more detail later, fall under this category. Next up, we have disaccharides. These are composed of 2 monosaccharides joined together. Lactose, maltose, and sucrose are all examples of disaccharides. You'll find lactose in milk, maltose in malt products, and sucrose in your everyday table sugar. Last, but certainly not least, are the polysaccharides. These are the heavyweights of the carbohydrate world, made up of many monosaccharides linked together. Starch and glycogen are 2 key examples. Starch is a storage form of energy in plants, while glycogen serves a similar role in animals. Each type of carbohydrate has a unique role and function in our bodies, from providing immediate energy to supporting digestion and even helping to regulate our mood. Carbohydrates are indeed vital to our overall well-being. So the next time you hear someone say they're cutting carbs, remember that not all carbohydrates are created equal. While it's true that some can lead to weight gain if consumed in excess, many carbohydrates are essential for our health and should not be eliminated from our diet entirely. From the simple sugars to the complex starches, carbohydrates come in all shapes and sizes. So, let's continue to explore this fascinating world of carbohydrates together. Stay tuned for our next segment, where we'll delve into the sweet life of glucose and fructose. Glucose and fructose, the sweet twins with different roles. This is where the plot thickens. Glucose, the main star of the show, is the primary source of energy for our body's cells. It's like the fuel that keeps our biological engine running, powering everything from our brain functions to our physical movements. On the other hand, we have fructose, the lesser-known twin. While it shares the sweet taste of glucose, its role in the body is quite different. You see, fructose is primarily metabolized in the liver, where it can be converted into glucose and other molecules. This means it doesn't provide immediate energy like glucose, but it can contribute to long-term energy storage and other metabolic processes. In a nutshell, glucose is the go-getter, providing immediate energy when we need it, while fructose is the strategist, contributing to energy reserves for later use. Though they might taste similar, glucose and fructose play unique roles in our body. Venture into the complex world of carbohydrates, where structure means everything. Let's start with starch, a carbohydrate that is a major part of the human diet. Starch is a polysaccharide, meaning it's made up of many glucose units. It's found in high amounts in foods like potatoes, rice, and wheat. The body breaks down starch into glucose, providing a slow and steady release of energy, keeping you fueled throughout the day. Next, we have glycogen. Think of glycogen as your body's energy storehouse. It's another polysaccharide, similar to starch, but it's stored in the liver and muscles. When your body needs a quick energy boost, say during a workout or between meals, it turns to glycogen. It's broken down into glucose, which is then used to produce energy. Now, let's touch upon some other carbohydrates. Lactose, for instance, is a disaccharide found in milk and dairy products. It's made up of glucose and galactose. Some people can't break down lactose due to a lack of an enzyme called lactase, resulting in lactose intolerance. Maltose, or malt sugar, is another disaccharide, made up of two glucose molecules. It's produced when starch is broken down, and it's found in germinating grains such as barley, which is used to make malt for beer and whiskey. Sucrose, more commonly known as table sugar, is a disaccharide composed of glucose and fructose. It's found naturally in many fruits and vegetables, but it's also added to many processed foods. While it does provide energy, excessive consumption can lead to health problems, such as obesity and type 2 diabetes. Complex they may be, but these carbohydrates are essential for our body's functioning. They provide energy, store energy, and even play a role in various biological processes. So, the next time you bite into a potato or sip a glass of milk, remember the complex world of carbohydrates that's working behind the scenes. Meet hyaluronic acid and heparin, the unseen helpers in our body. Hyaluronic acid, a type of carbohydrate found in our skin, connective tissues, and eyes, has an essential role in maintaining moisture and elasticity. This wonder molecule can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water, keeping our skin plump and hydrated. It also aids in wound healing and tissue repair. Let's shift gears to heparin, another carbohydrate-based compound that acts as our body's natural blood thinner. It works by preventing blood clots from forming, thus safeguarding us from conditions like deep vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism. Heparin also has anti-inflammatory properties and plays a crucial role in cell proliferation. These carbohydrates, while they may not be as sweet as glucose or fructose, carry out essential functions that keep us healthy and thriving. So, while they may not be as famous as glucose or fructose, hyaluronic acid and heparin are just as vital. Carbohydrates, they're more than just a source of energy. They're the unsung heroes of our daily life, playing a vital role in not only providing us with fuel, but also ensuring our bodies function at their optimal best. We've journeyed together through the fascinating world of carbohydrates, starting with the basic definition and classification. Remember, carbohydrates are organic compounds made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They're classified into three main types: monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides, each with a unique structure and role. We explored the sweet life of glucose and fructose, two simple sugars that act as the body's primary energy sources. Glucose, also known as blood sugar, is used by our cells for energy, while fructose, found in fruits and honey, is converted into glucose in the liver. Then we delved into the complex world of starch, glycogen, and more. Starch, found in plant-based foods like potatoes, is our main dietary source of energy. Glycogen, stored in our muscles and liver, acts as a reserve tank, ready to provide energy when needed. We also learnt about lactose, maltose, and sucrose, three important disaccharides. Lactose, the sugar in milk; maltose, the sugar in malted drinks; and sucrose, the common table sugar, all provide energy and play unique roles in our bodies. And let's not forget the important role of ribose, a crucial part of RNA and DNA, which carries our genetic information. We also touched on hyaluronic acid and heparin, two complex carbohydrates with crucial biological roles. Hyaluronic acid helps keep our skin hydrated and joints lubricated, while heparin prevents blood clots. So, carbohydrates are not just about bread, pasta, and rice. They're about glucose and fructose, starch and glycogen, lactose and maltose, ribose, hyaluronic acid, and heparin. They're about energy, hydration, lubrication, and prevention. They're about keeping us healthy and energetic. So remember, carbohydrates aren't just about calories. They're about keeping us healthy and energetic. Subscribe for more because you won't find me later.